There we go. That's our musician.
I can't hear that when I do that.
Sounds good.
What's up, everybody?
Cheers.
You got your Nipix.
Knipex.
Nipix, yeah. Diet Pepsi. Oh,
I got
Jobber.
Coke Zero. There we go.
So welcome everybody back to HVAC Nights. We had a little bit of a break during Halloween, but what is this, episode 48? Welcome in.
Damn, I should have had this on. I should have started the show with the
what?
My kid's costume thing here.
With the costume?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
our daughter's running around with the bluey one right now.
Yeah, so I was like, well, come to find out, I didn't know that this bingo. I was like, yeah, that's what he was. That's funny. Good shit,
yeah,
right?
She was running around. She had it on right now.
Oh, yeah, and then a tail and all. That's funny. That's good stuff. Good kid stuff, I guess. I never watched it. I think it's just a book, maybe? Or is it a show? It's got to be a show.
It's a TV show. They have it on, or they used to. They kind of grew out of it a little bit, but they have it on. They had it on all day, like just one after another.
Yeah, just let it ride. It's
Dude, we prepared for trick-or-treaters. For trick-or-treaters. I got bags and bags of candy, and nobody came, so I'm enjoying candy right now.
Dang.
It was that dead?
We just kind of live at the end of a road.
Next time you got to have like a not even like a sign, but just it's weird. So,
leave a trail for the kids.
Exactly. But like, so we got people in the neighborhood and they had the decorations and shit out. And obviously the rule is if the light's on, you go not. But they had all these decorations, but no light on. I'm like, who's the asshole who gives the kids the hope when you walk by that it's an active home, And
dude, we even turned on our floodlights and opened the gate.
Man, you were ready. Dang. Those were the best ones to hit because like when I grew up, we'd go to those like end of the road houses because usually it was take the bowl type deal because they just left it out because I guess they never knew if somebody would come. But you would have hooked somebody up, Kurt.
That's okay. Well, I'm enjoying the candy.
There you go.
You got to. Our kids already made a pile of the candy they don't like, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that stuff. So
I'm all about it.
Just looking at the chat real quick, we got Neil, Mike, B, Jason, Johnson, Nasty, all the usuals, True Results, Mechanical Environment, Matt, Good Guy, Refrigeration Devil, what's up? And the Practical Gadgeteer.
The tier of gadgets is practical. What else you got?
Oh, well, I was reading, Curtis, people are singing your praises over on Morgan's Maintenance.
Yeah, I just got off of that.
He said he was over there. We should coincide with a live. Let's just hop on his. Come, Joey, hop on over, dog. Come on.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I've talked to him a few times, and I mean, how could you not like his channel? He gets everything like right away.
He does, bro. He's on it, and what I like about his is compared to we talk about it all the time. I mean, he actually works out in the field. You know what I mean? These other
cats, he's been showing like I think he's even doing lives of him in the field.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's like you can't. I don't know. Some of these YouTube tool guys are just garage tool tubers. That work security or something.
Oh man, I just had a conversation about that. I forgot what it was, but it's like when I talk to these companies, that's one of the things they appreciate is when I do the review in the field, right? Like I'm not going to just like, hey, here it is, out of the box. That's it. I actually got to use it.
Telling you, bro.
I saw out of the box reviews by one of our peers recently.
What kind of tool?
The VCRT by Fieldpiece.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. And I thought
I have no clue.
I thought the same thing. Anyway,
Elaborate.
no.
He just got back from Mexico.
All right. Oh, good.
What's
Okay,
up?
guys.
What's up, Rhodes? And I'll get to your comment in a bit, Kevin.
Yo,
I just.
old Roach. Shout out Florida Cat. I noticed that's the
Oh,
guy.
that's right. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
before we get into it too deep, how do
that's what she said.
dude? If you go to our website, I got the merch store. I'm working on it still. You're gonna see an
Looks good.
HVAC Knights tab over here. If I this stupid thing. Okay, there we go.
I swear, make a good tattoo.
Somebody's gotten it.
So I've heard.
I need to.
You gonna get it?
Who, me? I'm not gonna get that. Somebody got it already.
Unreal.
If you go to the HVAC Knights tab, because I know some people were like, "Oh, we need that on the shirt." It is on the
They
shirt.
do it. Sweet.
So there you go. And I got some stuff on there too. But also go check out our Discord. There's already people piling in, so I appreciate Joe, the Practical Gadgeteers, in there. True Results. I think I saw Rhodes in there too. So there's a bunch of guys. Trades Over College. Appreciate everybody. And if you didn't know, go check out our Discord. It's in the link in the description. It's on our website. All that stuff.
Right on.
So I think there's even some people on the Tool Talk. I'm gonna fill these out too because I added the DeWalt light that somebody recommended me, and True Results added the, what is this, the Vessel. I've seen these. I've never used one.
The little ball grips, solid.
So we'll get it going. There's already over 20 people in there. I appreciate everybody that tried it out.
Absolutely.
Do you guys want?
Jason Johnson, I had to ask what a Discord is myself.
It's what all the kids are doing.
Yeah, like I had no clue really. Honestly, I just heard it on like tool people's channels, and it would be for places they would just show deals and stuff like that, and like anybody can just put something there, and like so.
It's what we've been talking about because I've told you guys, we've talked about it before. Like, be cool if we had like a website or a forum, or what was that other one? HVAC Talk or something. That forum that everybody would go to.
Well, there's that. You got. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't remember what it's called. There's one already, but like it's super old. So I was like, oh, I want to kind of do something like that.
HVAC Know-It-All. He had the app that was like 99 cents. It was almost like a.
Is it still?
I don't know.
I got into it. I had it for like a couple years. I just never used it.
Yeah, I didn't either. So I knew that was something kind of similar. I felt like.
So I don't know. I got it set up. We'll get the categories filled out and everything. I got to get around to it. But appreciate everybody that already went in there. That video has. Oh, Rhodes. I thank you for reminding me. I was going to bring up a video of his actually to ask you guys about later on. Speaking of tools, I wanted to go over. Maybe we can go over micron gauges on the topic of a video this week.
I think it's a good idea.
Yes.
Sure, why
not? In case anybody's wondering, let me pull it up.
Some of them make good paperweight.
So I will say that looks. I've never had the Appion micron gauge. It looks very similar to another brand that I'll bring up right now. But let me go ahead and play the clip. Oh, I should have started. Today's videos brought to you by Appion.
There we go. Nailed it.
Here it comes.
It's the repair job. This guy is a legend at repair. Almost took out the Makita, bro. Golly. I'm not going to have any more trouble out of this.
Didn't somebody tell you like, oh, it just needs new batteries?
Yeah, right. The whole time. Oh, man.
What happened to the hammer?
The hammer is here at the house.
Oh.
That tool that y'all see me using, that's a tool that I made. That is made to unlock. That is made to unlock interlocking gas valves.
This one right here?
Yep. The end of it has teeth on it.
Gotcha.
The end of it is a 1-inch pipe about this long, and it's got notches notched out of it so it can grab a hold of the interlocking gas valve. I now have something better that I use, but that's what I used to use.
And it doubles as a hammer.
Yeah. I thought that was what he kept behind his passenger seat for the road rage incidents.
So, as far as micron gauges, what is everybody using? I'm still using the, I think somebody mentioned that the MG44. I think I need to clean it though, because like I was having the issue that you talked about where you take it off and you still read some microns or something like that. And at that point, you got to clean it out. What are you using?
All of them. If you get any pressure on them, I have noticed, even if you have them pointing up where oil might not get on them, if you get any pressure on those things, you're going to mess up the sensor.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Jake, what are you using?
The same, the MG44.
I think everybody's been drawn to that one. I only recently had it give me like a false reading.
I did mess up the first one.
Good. That old one that y'all saw me display in that video, the VG something, it's not a Bluetooth by Fieldpiece. That's also been a real good one.
I've never tried that one. I went straight to the other one because I had that other one. What is it? It's like by Subco, the one that has the 2 ports.
Yeah.
I just never liked that it had 2 ports.
Yeah, you just cap off one.
Yeah, that's the old school way. When they showed us how to use it back when I started, they had us hooking up 2 hoses to it. I was like, I don't know if I like this.
I know you put it in line with your vacuum, but then how do you isolate?
You don't.
So it gets ruined the first time you use it.
Yeah, that was the old way, I guess. Now you got all the fancy core removal tools and everything like that. But I just did it not the old school, but like I let it take positive pressure. I think it finally just got to it because like I didn't have issues with the Fieldpiece one until recently, but I haven't had any jobs that required a vacuum like in the past couple weeks. So I need to clean it out though.
Yes, you do.
A lot of people have been singing the praises of that the blue vac one.
I have to give it a shot because I had the mini one, the mini blue vac. It's really cool because it's super tiny. It does what you need it to do, but it always killed my batteries. So like I would turn it off, put it away. The next day when I needed it, it was already dead. And I've heard others say the same thing, that they've had to do that, or they're like, oh, that's what you do. Because I was like, well, if you have that one, I would recommend taking out the batteries when you store it. But what I was gonna mention is that Appion one, where I have the pressure gauges from Elitech. Are you guys familiar with Elitech?
Sort of.
It looks exactly like this. The pressure gauges from Elitech look exactly like this Appion one. Like the buttons, the form factor, the fittings, and even the cap that's hooked up to it. It looks exactly the same.
You talking about probes?
They're not probes. They look like this. They're pressure probes, I guess, but they look like this, the same body. So I did a review on them one time, and people were like, "Oh, like," because I had an issue with them leaking. And people are like, oh, I have the same issue and this and that. And they're cheaply made, I'll be honest. But they look identical. So it has to be the same manufacturer or something.
I believe it.
I thought Appian was top of the line.
I'll tell you.
Well, it's got a top of the line price.
Hey,
oh, that was the most expensive one, right?
Yeah, that one's right up there near $500.
That's why I never got it.
Sorry. Man, that's
part of the reason it got the hammer.
Oh yeah. I like the suggestion though of somebody told you put it in the box and ship it back to Appion with a little note attached.
Shit don't work. Put a little a link to the video.
Well, I tagged him in the video.
You haven't gotten a call yet?
No
Like
calls.
the last one? Dude, that was
Kurt will never be a shill, bro. I love it. I mean, I probably will be, you know, if I got some. I will be a shill, but Kurt will not.
Oh. Yeah, y'all, I got to tell y'all this.
Oh, come on now.
Y'all know that Bosch kind of sort of sponsored me. Sort of.
Yep.
Ooh, tell us. Come on.
After I made a video about their air handler and I talked about how everything in it is Chinese, they didn't like me very much. They didn't like that I was being honest.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to get upset about, but yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like that, but it's true. It's Chinese.
The Chinese.
So have you heard back?
Oh yeah, they won't have their money back.
They want a refund?
What? Oh, fudge.
Screw that.
Really
Video's done.
Yeah. Well, that's true, but it wasn't posted. And if you didn't sign nothing though either, Kurt. You can just
wait, the one you released, was that the same one? The same video?
Oh, when you talk, no,
not the
sent us. He got the private one.
Not the install. I'm talking about the one where I did on their air handler and I published it. It wasn't part of the contract.
You were just going over it and trying to do the. Did you ever get
installing the heat strips and stuff like that? The Bluetooth thing never worked.
Well, sounds like I'm out.
Was that an issue on their end, or why wasn't it working?
It's the app. I can't ever get the app to let me sign in.
Oh, you never got into it?
I was never able to.
What'd they tell you? You're not. Reset your router. You're not doing it right.
No, they told me to uninstall it and reinstall it, and I've already done that like 3 times.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
So I saw your little community post, and then you did a live. How did that go? It did seem like there were some positive comments in the post about the Bosch. You know,
they seem to be very well accepted, and it's not a terrible product. I just think there's a lot of room for improvement.
How cold does it tend to get in your area?
What's the coldest? About the coldest you're going to see it here is about 17 degrees.
So that should have no problem keeping up.
No problem.
Okay. Well, obviously, we'll find out. You'll let us know.
Oh yeah, but you know, with the Bosch, I had to install heat strips.
That's what you said. The Garcia you didn't, right?
No, the Garcia you do not have to have heat strips.
That's wild. I remember those trains that had the heat strips would come on during the dehum cycle and all that. They would engage. Did y'all ever mess with those?
Those what now?
They were on train systems. I mean, they might have been on other systems as well. I forget which one. They might have been the TAM 7s or something.
Oh, all of them do. They're supposed to come on in defrost.
No, dehumidification.
On dehum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which I thought was interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right?
That would blow efficiency out the window, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah, of course. They probably don't do it no more. I only seen it twice, but it was when I was down here because I was like, your heat strips are on. This is odd, but apparently that's how it was supposed to be. So
he's like, next time you smash something, to send it his way. Or before you smash something.
Yeah. I love it. That Stratus, I'm down with it. It's been pretty good for me, Kurt. I'm gonna send you like a compilation. I got about 15 coils or leaks I found with it.
What's up, John? I don't know if you're still here. He came over from Morgan's maintenance.
Shout out, John. Oh, Moma. Oh, that should be his name, Moma. Joe Moma.
Heat strips are good for dehumidification. Where's Oh yeah,
For
Matt and
sure.
Megan always deal with that kind of stuff.
That would make sense. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah, but
Like,
your efficiency goes out the window. Seems like it'd make more sense to just run at low speed, drop the temperature maybe a degree or two in pursuit of your dehum, but don't turn on the heat strips.
look, I'm not an engineer. I do a lot of work for all the engineers because just about every homeowner seems to be an engineer at some point. So, we could ask them. But I mean, to an extent, I can see, obviously where it makes sense. But no, I agree. Obviously, if you stage it though, you know what I mean. Maybe if they have it to where you can stage them out, if got a 5 or 10, all 10 or so. We don't deal with much bigger than that down here, which is, I don't know. I used to do 20s a lot.
Well, Mike, if you want to email it or drop it in the Discord, I think Mike was in the Discord too. That's another thing. If you guys drop in photos there, I think I have like a HVAC hacks section. I can pull those up on the show. And then Rhodes is saying that he uses a leak detector and scale. Those I do think are good. One of our guys has the Tech because it looks exactly like the Hillmore one. So I don't know who copies who, because theirs looks like the Appion
It
setup
might
over
be
there,
just making the same place.
and then their leak detector looks exactly like Hillmore's, and their scale looks very similar to like field pieces.
Didn't you get that new field piece scale?
Yeah, and I think it's missing a few features from the previous one.
I
That
was
I
like,
just
why would you get another one? Is there any advantage to it?
It's supposed to be for like bigger tanks. I forgot what the weight limit is on it, but like the surface area is for like those large, like people that do like supermarkets or industrial type stuff. Like you can put huge
Oh,
tanks on it. But I don't think it has that tear zero out memory on it. Like I think it resets every time you turn it off. The other one I think kept memory. So
you know
there's
something? I
that.
bought I bought a drum of R454 the other day. I got to tell you, that drum was almost $500, and it ain't but 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
less.
It's not 25. It's 20 pounds of refrigerant. It's almost
Yeah,
$500.
they're
This is supposed to be one of the primary refrigerants in a couple months, and it's that expensive.
Well, all you gotta do is just charge it to the customer.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, I know. Shit's
I
gonna hit
still
the
remember
fan.
the days when I still
No,
remember
if
the days when 410 was $85 a drum.
isn't that crazy, dude?
the good old days.
God. Yeah, it's gonna be I mean, it's not gonna be a shit show. I mean, it will be a shit show. Yeah. Oh my god, you're charging me this much for a refrigerant? Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to.
I know my initial charge on that refrigerant is going to be $90 a pound.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's what we had to do when everything went up. Like that was per pound. That was around that 85, 90 range.
That's pretty
Why
dumb.
not gas reheat?
I have seen there's some there's big like if you'll see I have worked in hotels where they have a pool and they have this big industrial air conditioner for the pool room that has like three different condensers, and they use hot gas reheat for dehum. It's a good
Mm.
idea for something like that, but in a
Yeah,
residential setting, it's kind of hard to do without running another line set.
that's true. They used to have something like that down here. Like I don't know. That would be for your like water heater and stuff. I mean, I've never seen it
Yeah.
outside of that. Yeah, and it's got like a circulator pump on the outside and everything, and it would just run through your condenser.
All right, Mike, I'll check it out in a bit. We got
There he
anti
is.
DIY in the house.
It's Theodore.
Ted.
He's like,
454 is 68% R32.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I bought the drum just so I could put a flame to it and see if it'll burn.
It's not gonna do shit.
Does the 454 have the relief valve on it?
I hadn't got it out of the box. I don't know.
Okay. Like, instead, like the disc or whatever. I'm just curious. I think the 32 does. Maybe mistaken. I saw something Don Gillis or whatever. What was it?
Ted's done some indoor pools with reheat jobs.
Yeah, there you go. That makes. So it's a thing, you know.
You know, Lennox one time came out with a dehung coil that went on top of the evaporator coil that took hot gas when it was going through dehum. So it actually had two different evaporators on it. One of them was thin, and you could valve them off with valves if you had to change an evaporator coil. They presented it to the company I was working at. I don't think we ever sold one, but I know they made one.
Pretty interesting. It'd be like just takes the extra heat back from it, and
it just adds a ton of subcooling to it, and you know.
I mean,
will not explode. He promises.
believe me. Video proof or it didn't happen.
Somehow I know he's tried this.
Yeah, totally.
It needs to be documented.
What is it? Video or it didn't happen? The only time I've seen anything as far as like the rupture on the tank is I saw a guy, I forgot where it was, but it's because he had it out in the bed of his truck, and I guess it got that hot where it did rupture.
Oh wow!
I've been meaning to check the temperature, but yeah, I think our summer's coming to an end finally. We got like 70-degree nights, so it's getting a little bit cooler. We're still in the 90s during the day, but I think it's going to be like 80s. You got the same?
It was 89. I was like, damn, dude. We're same as you. I mean, it's hotter where you're at for sure.
Yeah. Can't put it on YouTube, but there's your answer.
Yes, I did. I love it. That's awesome. It's always here for the good stuff.
You guys want to see a video?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay, so roads. This pertains more to you guys. I was going to ask you guys this question, but I'll just play the video first. Let me pull it up. Screen share. I think there's going to be audio. Hold on. God damn it.
Oh my God, this is the bucket.
Legendary, bro. Let's go. Fuck yeah.
We all know what the bucket's for, yeah.
Bro, you gotta have a bucket. Oh man. My man. Put a link to that shit.
Is yours that nice?
Literally. What do you put in there? Is that the powder that you buy, or is that this kitty litter?
Kitty litter.
Yeah.
Dude, mine is nothing more than a bucket and a Walmart bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say generally it's like a Wawa gas station bag. Okay. You know what I mean? Not used to Viper wipes.
See, I was gonna ask. I was gonna.
They get a little gritty, but
because
he had for it.
He had the seat. He had everything. The big bag in there. Let me go back to it,
bro.
Mine is my trash can. I have to dump the trash out to use it.
Bro. That's the worst. Like straight up, because you're like, oh fuck. And you're like scrambling, and like, I usually just wait till it's it's a turtle head,
So I like Jesus's comment here because I do commercial too, and there's always a bathroom, so I haven't had to have this set up in mind.
Well, that's that's not always the case. I'm working at a commercial spot right now, and vacant, and so
Is it
there's been a few
new?
pisses on the roof like crazy. No, it's not new. It's very old.
Dude,
I'll
you
send
can
you
say
guys
that
a video.
about residential. There's always a bathroom, but who's going to say, hey, can I blow up your bathroom for a second?
That's so funny. So yeah, but like you're in a restaurant. Well, I guess it's not bad. It's just weird because like
just disappear for an hour.
yeah, just like I'm just in the stall, you know. Trying to get the job done. I just noticed your fart fan wasn't working. So.
I work in restaurants, hospitals. There's plenty of restrooms.
Oh man.
So that was his setup. I think he has almost like 50,000 views there. So he's doing pretty well.
He's crushing it. That's genius. I just put the link to it. That's all. That's all I need.
Dude,
I ain't never seen that, the whole seat and everything.
I'm going to tell y'all a horror story.
Sometimes you ain't making it off the roof. Got to go. Oh, and the vent stack.
I was in the hood. Oh, in the vent stack. Dude, I was in the middle of the hood. It was about 5 o'clock, and I had this sudden urge. I had to go take a dump. And I had to ask this poor woman if I could use her restroom. I get in there, do my business, and she ain't got no toilet paper.
Woo! Is that Dumb and Dumber scene?
Oh my God, it was terrible. It was like, I got to go home. I'm sorry.
Bruh. That's just like the awkwardest thing, like a homeowner's one. Because, like, I mean, usually, generally, you like to take your time to an extent, right? The homeowner one, you got to like act like it was a piss job, like, you know what I mean? And you just don't feel like you're done, 90% of the time. I failed the mission. So did you not drop the deuce?
Oh, I did. I had to. I didn't have a choice.
I did that. It's the worst, man. There's usually that morning shits you can get like real good. Oh yeah, that was perfect.
The instant I was like, I remember this. This happened in a movie.
Yo. Brother. That's
Is this how you felt?
Oh my God.
I told y'all about the dude I worked with.
Oh, they didn't show
broke the customer's toilet.
No,
he was rocking.
I don't think. Wait, I think I've heard you talk about this.
Yeah, he rocked the toilet he was a big boy. He rocked it and broke the toilet. We ended up selling him a new fucking toilet. If Eric's in here, Eric Lehman, he knows this story.
Why was he rocking?
You sold him a new toilet.
I didn't, but I remember him saying, like, she came over to him. She's like, now I know. I mean, he's a larger man, and it wasn't broken before he went in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. That's so funny.
That's funny.
The horror stories of residential.
Man, dude, I had like a 350-pound guy working for me. And the worst thing ever happened to him, he broke somebody's pull-down staircase. And luckily, he didn't break his own neck.
Oh, dang! Did it like fold in?
No, the step broke.
Oh shit!
And it happened to be one of the steps, and he didn't fall very far or hurt himself.
Yeah, for sure.
But I had to replace their pull-down staircase.
Yee. Adrian, you ain't got no bathroom horror stories from the commercial side of things?
Nah.
Like you're working at a spot, the toilet, like they got everything tearing out because they're changing the facility from one business to another, and the bathroom's not working, and you go in and take a shit, and you forgot, like, oh my God, there's no water, and like Kurt said, no toilet paper, so you thought you grabbed a stack of napkins that you had left over from Chipotle in your center console, and then the light didn't work in the bathroom and you're dark, so you're using your phone light, and there's no water.
That sounds very specific, but no.
I'm just recalling from a time I heard somebody tell me a story. Oh, bro,
Or how about a house that's up for sale? They call you to
bro,
the air conditioners. It's a vacant house.
that's my favorite until
Vacant house, but you go to use the restroom and there's no water. The water's not turned on.
and you're like,
You literally got to go back outside and turn on the water so you can flush the toilet.
yeah. Oh man, those were good stories. That's what makes the trades great, fellas. Okay. Oh, you're telling me you never had that experience, Neil? Sounds like you're not living life, buddy.
You're telling me.
You're telling me. Dude, that was that was a day. That was a day, man. I do.
So Mike has attributed to the hack jobs section. And of course, he had to point out that somebody from Texas installed this, but
yeah, sounds about right.
Let's see. So that pan is full of ice. I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but that pan is full of ice. I think he said it broke the pan. Yeah, it broke the pan. What did they do?
Yeah,
like, why didn't it work?
The issue?
That drain line looks.
That's what I'm wondering.
It actually looks like it goes up.
Where does it go?
And it just refroze inside of there, or some shit. And
later, Jason.
J-Dog.
We all have stories. This reminds me of the one that I did, but it was from a North Texas company that came and installed or replaced a whole walk-in box. So they had this thing from scratch, and they still pitched the drain line up and then from the cooler to the freezer to outside. So the whole line was all screwed up. Jeez, man. Yeah, the same issue, because he said it never drained from day one. Oh yeah, you can see all the ice.
It goes down and then goes back up.
It has to go somewhere. I see ice in the fan too. That's a nightmare.
Idiots.
And it's not like you can run it in the heat to thaw it out.
No, these are trap, fellas. These are the worst ones because like I dealt with a lot of this like in the hospitals. A lot of their drain heaters and stuff gave out around the same time, and like the whole floor looks like this, like the ice. And I don't know about this one, but the problem that I had was, I don't know if you've seen those freezer. You go into a cooler, there's another door to get to the freezer. Like they're built together.
Yeah.
So like there's no way you can warm up that box. Like the cooler's keeping the outside cold, and then you got the freezer at like 0 degrees, and then all this ice everywhere. It's like a pain in the ass to get all that ice out and clean it up and then fix the drain.
Interesting.
He said the drain line was just pushed from it bowing.
Oh.
Forgot to install that defrost timer.
Well, that'll do it, bud.
Yeah, he said it has a heater on the drain line that does work, so it might have been the same issue. It just didn't go out. That's the issue I had. It was water, but it was stagnant. It didn't go anywhere.
Have y'all installed any grease?
I would never.
I got one sitting in my garage. Why?
If you post a picture on Instagram of a grease install, you're entered for a free mini split.
Well, Adrian, hurry up! Install your free mini split
to get another
so you
free
can get
mini
another
split.
One.
That you sell on a job.
They've been on me about that one. I was like, dude, I don't have time. But I think now I got time. I don't know. Like, has it slowed down for you guys already?
Oh my God.
Touchy subject? Or
I spent the day out drumming up work, and now I got 3 or 4 days worth of work, but I had to go out and drum up some work.
What did you end up doing, Kurt?
First it was dry calls asking about preventive maintenances, and then
Your favorite?
One of my realty companies that I work for. One of my realty companies that I work for gave me like 10 PMs to do, and I had a customer call and give me approval on a couple of jobs that I had sent estimates for. So I had been
Hell
very
yeah.
slow, but I got work now.
You found ways to get that shit, dog. I love it.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, do you guys prepare? Like, well, because I know you, Kurt, you work every day. You do the weekend calls a lot during the summer and all that. Do you prepare yourself ahead of time before the slow season or shoulder season or whatever? Like trying to get all the calls in that you can.
Well,
Like, do you
sort of.
anticipate just not being busy?
Oh yeah, I know it's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
know it's coming.
like my way to combat that is maintenance. So like, I don't know if like right now, are you trying to get more calls? Like, I don't know. Do you guys have any no heats yet, or do like you just prepare as far as like making sure you keep your money saved up and everything for the winter?
Oh well, I do that every year, but no heats. We had a few of them a few weeks back, but right now it's too mild. It's just open the doors and open the windows kind of weather. It got up over 80 degrees today, so we're not doing no heats right now. It needs to cool off a little more.
So you're doing maintenance or some no cools?
Maintenance, some of the stuff I got coming up is pulling, clean an evaporator coil and
Okay.
replace the defrost board, stuff like that.
And what's Jake? What's the project that you had going on?
Just that commercial space, the one I was telling you, it's like it's not an active building, it's a, but we're doing a 10-ton Daikin, and then we did 3 split systems. So we're bouncing between that, and then we think we have our day. And we try to book out our day to not do anything else but that. But then calls do come in, and it's just like kind of have to do them in a sense. You know what I mean? So it's kind of slowed that down, but
How many
fortunately we
people
got
you
that
got
one.
on the job?
3. Got a runner. Then we got one guy inside, one guy outside. This 10-tonner, it's suspended, so it's going to be a bitch. So taking
Fun.
the grid all down, and yeah, it's stupid.
And are you working in a drop ceiling?
Yes, it was
I
fun today.
hate
It's at
those.
an old car dealership, and I actually was able to pull the Mini into the showroom. That's where like the 10 tons at. So I pulled it in. I had the workshop basically right there, and I took
Did you
apart the
take
whole
Did you
grids and
take
everything. Got
photos?
it. I was gonna film a video, and I have clips of me like, hey, this is what we're doing today, yada
Mm.
yada yada. But I do have pictures and stuff, so I'll send it to you guys, and then we can put it wherever. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, like we've slowed down. Like you said, Kurt, it's like 70s. It's not. I don't think it's gonna get cold, but the AC calls have slowed down a little bit. But our guys are doing like refrigeration calls and hot side and all that. So then that takes me away from that, and I'm just getting into my maintenance. I've been at the hospital like all week working on
Oh,
ice machines.
ice
Like
machines.
maintenance on the ice machines.
Yeah. So I finally got away from the calls, but like we have calls, but the other guys are taking them.
What's crazy is it felt like we were literally just talking about this 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Like, man, I'm just doing this until summer, and now like we're back to it. It's
Yeah.
time does fly, fellas. It really does. That's pretty funny.
Well, I finished up today. We'll see. I think we have some. We had a, but it's because we have a place. We have a place that is like a nursing home. So I don't know how they deal with things, but they do everything through insurance. So like they had a unit that like was installed. I was looking at the serial number. I think it's from 2022. Installed by somebody else. It caught on fire and something happened to it. And I asked twice just in case, but they're like, no, we need a new unit. Insurance is paying for it. We're claiming it and all that. So I had to go give a quote for a brand new RTU on that one. And they're going to do it already. So we got that coming up.
What you quote them?
I didn't quote them, but they wanted a carrier. So it was kind of high.
How we talking?
I don't know. I think my dad has the final say on that one.
I'm just curious what your market is versus my market. That's all.
Well, the unit cost us, what was it? 9,200 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was like, are you sure you don't want like well, they didn't want Dakin or Daikin. I always mess that up.
How did he just say, boy, they from Texas too.
Yeah, they are.
Rheem
But
makes commercial units that fit right in the same curve as a carrier.
It's Rheem, right?
Yeah, Rheem.
We put one in and I loved it, but
Was it good?
and but the one that sells us that is Insco, and I really don't like Insco. I've had so many issues.
Do you have a rude dealer?
I haven't seen any. I need to look.
We'll get you one. Come on, Kurt.
We ain't got a Train dealer. We ain't got American Standard dealer, and we just lost our Goodman dealer, which was 45 miles away.
Well, you ain't got you ain't got nothing out there. We got Train. We got everybody here. We got Train. We got Lennox. We got Carrier and all those. I don't know if I've seen a rude dealer here.
I steer people away from Train and American Standard just because there's no dealer here.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you can't, yeah,
like I'm cool with Carrier because like I do like going there. I've been going there for a little while now, but the Rudes and Reams, I did like them, but we get them from Insco, and I just don't like the place. I mean, the place you go to, like your supply house or your dealer, whoever you go to, I think makes a big difference on whether you want to, offer that product. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All day long.
And they haven't changed. I went there recently, and it's still they're rude and all that. Yeah.
It's the customer support. If you ain't getting good customer support,
they never found me a damn coil for a 5-6-year-old unit.
Oh God. Sorry, Ravens game. So we're gonna. He's dressed up. He's ready. He's ready for the boys to play. So, but yeah, no, it definitely always depends on that. I don't typically go into too many corporate, but the one I go to the most would be a Daikin one. And the dudes there, like, it's been the same people at the counter. They're cool as shit. They always like, how's the wife? How's the kids? You know what I mean? We run into them at like Lowe's or something. They come over and say, so it's cool when you have things like that, interactions or relationships.
Lennox, that's what you need. You'll be fixing leaks before you know it. I've had issues with the Daikins leaking all the time. And I've replaced coils and compressors, a ton of them under warranty.
That ain't good.
That's why I don't buy them anymore. I don't buy them anymore.
Well, we were hoping when Daikin bought out Goodman that the quality would improve of the coils, but they never did.
I haven't seen a difference. Because we put one in a year ago.
Or manufacturers I have the issue with. It's Lennox, of course. Lennox is just you look at it wrong and that shit starts pissing. Or Carrier, in my experience. That's the most past 5 years I've changed.
On commercial, I think I've always had good luck, or not good luck, but they've lasted a little bit longer, the Carriers and the Train.
Okay.
And then Lennox, I don't think I've had an issue too much with Lennox, but what's the other one? Commercial Allied, I think, right?
That's one of their brands. Yeah.
It's one of theirs, right? That one I've had issues with.
York, did y'all mess with York?
It's been a long time.
Not many around here. We don't have a dealer down here.
Oh, York's got a really good commercial setup.
They look nice. I don't think I've worked on too many, but like there's one. It's a new pizza place that we got, and it's funny because like they're like, yeah, we're on a maintenance plan with some so and so and this and that, and they're like, but I don't know, like they didn't trust them, right? I don't know what
Hmm.
happened. Like usually it's a bunch of high invoices or something that they want us to do like second opinions on and stuff like that. I went out there, the I just rinsed it with water, and the coils came out blacker than shit. And I was like,
Crazy.
I don't think they were just here. And then I pulled out the filters, completely plugged up. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
man.
no, I'm sorry. Like I can't I can't bash on them, but I'm like, this is, this is what we found. I got to make sure I show them the pictures and videos of everything that I did. And I'm like, in my opinion, nothing was being done.
That's and it's kind of like a tough.
And
It's not a sticky situation, but
no, it's just like, I mean, what are you going to say, right? But
yeah,
the the units were in really rough shape to where they're now interested in getting, we're going to have to take them out, and they're York units. They look nice. I was like, I can try and fix them, but they're kind of like pretty beat up.
York has a good reputation. There's just not a lot of it around here. There's not a York dealer for well over 100 miles.
My old house had a York, and I was like pretty happy with it.
yeah. That's one brand that's like low key, like they get by.
It was
You know what I
solid.
mean? Like you just don't hear too much of it's Train, Carrier, Goodman, Rude, Ream,
What's up,
and
Refrigeration Devil? Appreciate the super chat.
whoa.
The new
Sorry.
Eco Blue carrier with the economizer. I forgot which one we quoted. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think we haven't installed one. I can tell you that. I hope that's not the one I quoted.
Probably did. Here we go. Well, that's like that Daikin we're doing a 10-ton. It's a dual circuit air handler, single, and then it's a 2-stage compressor. There's a high and low stage, so that'll be it'll be cool.
I wish they would do economizers for residential package units
Oh, you
Yeah.
should do something
because
with that, Kurt.
we do a lot of package units around here.
You do.
It would make
Oh
sense.
yeah. Yeah, because I was talking with somebody about indoor air quality, right? And maybe we'll get into it next time. But I never thought about it this way. But like houses and systems have come a long way to where you're making the space tighter and tighter, right? So like you're not getting any outside air, because before there might be a leak here and there, infiltration, stuff like that, to where you got some outside air. And now the houses are being built so tight that you're just recirculating air, right? So if you got pets, you got other things inside, cooking, whatever you're cooking, stuff like that, it just gets recirculated in your house, and there's no outside air. That's why guys like Tim, who we've had on the show before, recommends, like, if you can add outside air to your house, to do it.
Some of them are so tight that you gotta pipe in outside air.
Yeah.
I've worked on a few of those. Some of these foamed houses, I mean, they're so tight, you got to bring it in.
Yeah, a lot of the new construction down here, man, you see a lot of it, and unfortunately, sometimes it's just not done right either. You know what I mean? So damn tight that the damn walls are still sweating.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Here is our Eco Blue. Yeah, I've seen so many of these on like YouTube. Like I think Rick and those guys have worked on a lot of these, and I've heard their about their problems, and usually it's with the fan.
I've had to replace one of those motors.
How are they pricey?
Yeah, they're pricey. This one happened to be under warranty, but
still expensive.
Within the first year, it was under warranty, but it's kind of a learning process changing out one of those fan motors.
Really?
Yeah, it's just totally different.
Yeah, I know. The first time I saw it, I was like, what the hell are we doing here? But I mean, it's, technology. Everything else looks very similar.
You just keep taking screws out until it comes apart.
How many did you have left over?
Isn't that how you learn?
You're
Like
like,
new equipment though is like you just keep taking things apart until you get to what you need.
oh, for sure,
Yep.
dude. It's good stuff.
Yeah, because I just worked on some units. I was like, I've never heard of this brand before, but you know, I learned from my dad. You know, just start taking it apart, take the screws out, take some panels out, see what's going on, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
And I figured it out.
You got her done.
Y'all like the Symbio? Which one's that one?
I don't know what Symbio is. You got to educate me on that one.
Sounds familiar. Train? Oh yeah, it's a train unit. I've never worked on one. I don't think. I forget the names of them. I forgot which one specifically that one is. Oh, I don't know. Your commercial units always give me issues, especially that damn Source One board.
Bastards, those Source ones.
Do you know what that is?
I thought the Source one, honestly, isn't that the name of the distributor? I mean, that's where I've ever gotten something for York. Was a Source one.
Nasty said the Symbio is the Bluetooth thing. No, then I haven't worked on it.
What's the other one? Don't they have the?
They have a ton of them.
Yeah, not Achiever. That's it starts with an E. I thought. Train with the.
Because we have one customer that has newer trains, and they have oh my god, they have variable speed compressors, which threw me off.
Yeah,
and then they have that there's some communicating type of deal to like these proprietary thermostats and stuff. And I was like, I can't. Thankfully, I've never had to get into it. I don't know the password to it. It's password protected and all that.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're just like.
I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna work on what we need to work on, which I think we did have to change out one compressor and then like another one. I think a motor or something. Okay. And I was like, we're gonna put it back together. If it works, it works. Thankfully, it did.
Yeah.
Just because I couldn't get into any settings or anything, I was like, I know you have a back compressor.
There's nothing you can do. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna shut everything off, do our work, turn it back on, and then like it, you know, thankfully it came on. But I was like, I kind of hate the way things are going, but like, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Y'all, it's getting late for me.
Yeah.
True story. Find out what the hell the name of that train system is.
Riley, I'll take you out in just a second.
I think, yeah, my dog got a good train.
He's over here chewing on the doorknob.
He's ready. He's dead.
I had a couple of topics, but like I said, we'll get to them next week. We got Mr. Hollywood in here.
Hollywood. Oh, that guy. What's the name of that damn movie?
Hey, our Wetzel Pretzel finally opened up.
Ooh, did you get to one?
I've never had it. No, I never had it.
I'm just assuming
it's on our Walmart. They have hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah, but the best. We just always went to Annie Ann's.
Yeah, I was like, I've never had it. I've heard of Annie Ann's, but not this one. Not Brett's place.
Buddy. He really doesn't even do refrigeration. It's a fucking cover up. It's a damn scam, is what it is. Bretzel, Wetzel, Pretzel. Like, come on.
Rhodes said he's offended at your rude sign is being rude.
It's what's this? It's sorry, Rhodes. What is it? It's rude to call it Rudd. So at least it's okay. It's for my boys over there at Tropic, bro. Where's it at over here? Over there, yeah. My boys at Tropic.
Well, like I said, I have topics, but we'll get to them next week. Like I had said, I think we already got into a lot of stuff anyway. You guys want to sign off?
Sign out, fellas.
I just remind everybody, go check out our website, go check out the merch, check out the Discord, go in there, leave some hacks for us to look at next week. And if you just say what's up, if you need help, there's a help section, all that kind of stuff. So go check out the HVAC Knights Discord, and yeah, we're gonna get off. See you guys
Later.
There you go.
We're still here. Still here.
I got the thumbs up.
A little too late, Kurt.
I know it.
All right. Oh, he's ready to go. Yeah. I gotta feed the dog. Got the game. The boy's ready to ball.